am Debbie Robinson and I'm going to show you how to use our large alphabet stencils and dies. And the ones that I'm going to show you today are ones that have got the same dies that you need for the letter P and the letter R. So let's get started. So you're going to choose your cardstock for your mats and your layer, and by that I mean with your stencil you'll see that you've got two stencils, one for the outer, so I'm going to pop that onto the white cardstock, and then one for the inner, and so that's going to be a patterned cardstock that I'm just going to pop onto there, and the same for the letter P. So we're going to have a large on the white, and then for the matte I'm going to use this lovely patterned paper. And then the dies are what we're going to use after we've drawn around the stencil. But both of these dies are the ones that you use for both of these letters. So there's no duplicates in this set. This one set of dies is going to do for both of these letters. So all you're going to need now is a pencil with an eraser on the end, and that's to take out any markings that you will have left over once you've cut and drawn and cut around your stencil and your letter shape. Or you can use a neat erasable pen as well, and that will just lift off when you use a heat gun over the top of that. However, I'm going to use a pencil. I find it a little bit easier. So we'll start with the large one first. So I'm going to just draw around the stencil. And then try and hold that down. You can use a little bit of low tack tape if you wanted to hold it into place, but I find it a bit easier just doing a freehand. So that's your large R, that's your base. Then we're going to use the patterned paper for the matte, inside matte, that's the word I was looking for. Pop that around. Oops, that's slightly moved. Let's just put that back there for a second. And it'll be fine because you are going to erase out that. Oops, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the middle in. Let's pop that back on there. And don't forget to draw around that middle, because that's really important, because that's where you're going to use that as the placement for your dies. So that's those two done, and we'll do this one as well. So again, I'm just going to come straight around with the pencil, all the way around. And then the same with that one, put that to one side, and then with your pattern paper choice, again just draw around, all the way around, and remembering that middle part as well. There we go. So that's both of those done. So we'll move that one out of the way for now, because you can't die cut these at the same time. You can't overlay those at the same time. What we're going to do is I'm just going to release that little bit of spare cardstock at the bottom. It's a nice straightforward one, and it's very easy to see the dies in where you place them. You wouldn't put that over the over the base. You can see where that needs to be, and you just place that over the top. And then you're going to run that through your die cutting machine. Now I'm going to hold it down with a little bit of low tack tape, only because if you don't, it will move, but low tack tape will hold that into place. So a little bit of low tack tape on both of those. And I do it this way, where I die cut and then I cut around the stencil. Of course, you could cut around the stencil first if you wanted to. In fact, I'll do that with the letter P. So there's no right or wrong way, it's just what choice. And I prefer to do it this method. So we'll pop that through the die cutting machine. So we'll put our base on and our inner base. Run that through the die cutting machine. Now these will fit through your Gemini 2, your original Gemini, your Pro if you've got a Pro. Also they will work through your Junior and your manual MIDI. These won't fit through our smaller machine, the Mini, so it won't go through there. So it's anything from a 9x6 platform upwards. And then you're just going to get your low tack tape, just pick underneath just to release that die. Just take that off. Like so, and I'll just remove that tape on that inner base, because we're going to use that again in a second on the letter P. And then the same with this one. I'm just going to take that tape off and release, pop that there. And then this is when you're going to choose your scissors. Now you can either use a medium size or a large pair of scissors. I think it's a personal preference, a personal choice. I feel a little bit more comfortable with the smaller ones, so I'm going to use the smaller ones. Now before we erase out any of those pencil marks, you're just going to take your scissors, follow your line, so you can cut directly on the line or just... I mean, I find it easier to cut on the line, visibly where I can see my line. I find it easier to cut. And then just take your cardstock, move the cardstock, try and keep your scissors straight. It makes for a much easier, cleaner, faster cut when you do it this way. So as you'll see, it's not my scissors that are actually turning, it's my cardstock. And you get a much cleaner cut. Now I'm just going to do this where I got straight across there, and I'll come back to that other little part. You'll find a way that works for you, and this is just my easy way of doing this. And then just cut that on that line and finish off with that little curve. So that's the outer one done. You'll take the patterned cardstock, and again you're just going to start, and it's exactly the same. You keep your scissors as straight as you possibly can and turn the paper or the card, whatever you've decided to use for your inner layer. And just, you'll find it so much easier doing this. And nice, clean cut. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same that I just did there. Straight across. I can cut out that little middle part without getting all fingers and thumbs. And try and follow your line to get that clean movement. Now you'll see you've still got some pencil marks on there. This is when you'll take your eraser. Just get your eraser to rub out any of those markings for a really nice clean finish. That's that one where it went off the stencil slightly. And then the same with this one. Don't worry about any little gubbins that you've got left over from your tape, because that will get covered up. What I'm just concentrating on is these lines where I used my pencil. And then the same with that one there. And then you're going to choose a glue. So I use a all-purpose glue. I find all-purpose gives me the wiggle time to get this into place rather than using a dry glue, because a dry glue, once it hits and contacts the paper, is almost instant stick. But this gives you the wiggle time to be able to place it in there, and it also adds some strength and rigidity to your paper. And again, I can just see a little bit of a pencil mark there, but wait till that dries. You'll find it a little bit easier when you wait till that dries. So that's the letter R, and then we're going to come to the letter P. So I did say that I'd show you a slightly different way. So rather than putting me die cut, there's no right or wrong way. I will do the cutting of that. So I'm going to go and follow that line around again. Notice that I'm doing exactly the same, where I'm following the line, but I'm actually turning the cardstock rather than turning the scissors. When you start turning scissors, it becomes a little bit like, it gets jagged. That's the word I'm looking for. But literally, you get a bit of a smoother finish to the cut when you turn that cardstock. There we go, just all the way around. And then nice, clean cut there with your scissors. If you've got your larger ones, you'll get a much straighter, clean cut as well. So we're going to just do exactly the same with this one. So I'm just going to release that paper first and then follow that a line around that I've drawn with using the stencil. Turn the paper. And try and get long movements with the scissors for that lovely clean finish. And then just slightly off there, but it's okay. There we are. And then now we've got our dies. So for our centres, we didn't want to make it hard for you to be able to have to use scissors, find a starting point, or get a craft knife and ruler into them. Some of them can be quite tricky when they're small. So this is why we've got the die sets there, to make that bit easier. And as you'll see, like you did with the letter R, the P has got the same dies. So we haven't put the duplicates in there. It's just a mental note of remembering that the R and the P have got the same inner parts. So just grab another little bit of low tack tape. Place that on the top. And as long as you don't see, and another bit of top tip, as long as you don't see the lines, you know that you've got that placed over the die cut part, which again gives it a nice clean finish. And then we're going to pop that onto our die cutting plate. And then just run that through. There you go, pop that through, and then we'll release that tape, stick it down, and then take out all those pencil markings. Like so. And again, just take your time lifting your low tack tape off. It's always a good idea to put it down though, because the power of the machines, especially the Gemini, can move the die, and that little bit of placement will make for a difference when it comes to putting your inside mat. So just try and remember to use a little bit of low tack tape. There we go, let's take that off. Then I'm just going to take out those pencil markings with the use of my eraser to give it a nice clean finish. Same with this one. There we go. And then again, your choice of glue, again I'm going to use all purpose. It gives me the perfect timing to be able to place that mat in there before it actually sticks. There we go. Pop that down. There we go, get that placed in. See what I mean about getting that wiggle time? It just gives me the perfect time to be able to line that up and get that perfectly. And that's your R and your P, your two letters done using the same two dies, different stencils, but the same two dies. And there you go. That's how to use our large alphabet stencils and dies.